Hello, I am Badri Shaparna. I am a business leader with over 25 years of experience in various industries. During these years of my engagement with the market, I have done many things which was good for the organizations and for the customers from the business point of view. But today I am going to talk about there are a lot of initiatives which are taken inside an organization which are meant for common good, like supporting IT or any other services. And today my objective is to say that it is very essential for every person in the organization to take part positively in such initiatives. I want to explain the case where this concept came and what was the condition in which we were and what is the role I played, which was primarily a supportive role to make this network and server output deliverables come with a quality and within a certain time frame. This was a time when the initial days of computerization, where I worked in the organization, they were used to desktops, they were migrating to laptops. We had Outlook Express, not necessarily this version, much older version, and we were moving away to Lotus Notes because our headquarters was using this. Headquarters was in USA. We had two layers of migration at the ERP level. The first one was from nothing, manual register to JD Edwards, and quickly to SAP. So you can see when this happens, this migration happens, normally the mindset of the people is that anything which is brought new to the organization, it will create catastrophe and everything should work perfectly from day one so that I do my old job. Partly true, but I think everybody has a role to play. The question is what role, who has to play. You will see this. Now there are three layers at which the role I played particularly was relevant, not only to my business but to all the people in the organization. As you know, it is a computerization which was taking place. The fundamental baseline was the master list. We had to create historical and current and future information with a lot of authenticity and dependability of accuracy. So the data support is what I gave, grouping them into proper product line, product category, the way we were trying to do things, how to record information in a very systematic way. And for that, master list was essential. The next level was, as the business performed, we had to get reports because the report was very essential for us. Like any other business, we say that this report doesn't give me that data, that report doesn't give me this data. How do I give result to you? How do I track? I preempted all this and I said that for my business, and I'm sure for other businesses also, there are certain basic data and some other advanced data which we need, which is primarily coming from in the form of MIS reports. And for that, my value add was providing formats, giving the key checkpoints, trying to find how we can gather data from this database which was already getting into the system. The third one was uptime, which was a common demand of all the guys. They want 100% uptime, no failure, even if they are sleeping, which practically doesn't happen. But that should be the target, because if we don't target that, we will not be successful. So for this, I was giving my support. This was my primary role, but I am sure that the challenges which they faced were also the challenges which I was aware of. We had investment limits on hardware. Please remember, I am a growing organization. It's not possible to get the best of the hardware, which means that you will have some limitations. You cannot give laptop to everybody. You have to make a choice, but still you have to function. So we had some investment limits. Next one was, whatever was put in service, because we were a small and growing organization, we could not attract the best of the talent in the industry. So for us to provide a 24/7 to our own people was a challenge initially. And network speeds, that was the time when even the mobile networks and the information supporting infrastructure was also growing. So we had difficulties there also. And because we are growing, we had more number of users. So you see here, on one side we don't have money to put on investments. We are investing on people because we want to grow business, but at the same time we have a demand for the infrastructure. Now, to make sure that we do more and more analysis, more rational way of decision taking, we invested a lot of money on the analytical tools, typically like Salesforce.com, like trying to organize our people. That means we had some difficulty of handling these new analytical tools on a bigger base. And most importantly, the headquarters in US had put a check on certain changeables, not changeables. This is a very short list, and I'm sure the guy who implemented would give out a long list of challenges he had and probably some complaints against us also. But please remember, we all work with a common direction. Now, this learning gave us at a later date how we had to do things in a proper way. One was, we strictly controlled the hardware usage and downloads. This was causing a lot of uptime issues. We chose the right hardware, fine-tuned, and if there was a change, there was a universal way we used to do the upgrades. Every system was done systematically scanned, and we used to give support for online repairs. And how we were able to do it? By then we had become a more integral part of the headquarters. We were able to get a 24/7 service support from people who were based across time zones in Japan, USA and Malaysia. That means we were able to function more effectively. MIS reports was more aligned with the company way of reporting, and we had data backup all the time. This was a big change for us because this gave us very strong support of our saving our work which was done. So at the end of it, we were having, as we measured, more than plus 98%. Friends, it's very easy to say that I want 100% assurance in delivery, but there are challenges, but we can always do, and this is a typical example. Thank you.